As you guys all know, the new Hellboy movie comes out in January. We got to be getting a trailer pretty soon. I mean, we're getting close to January now. We're now, I guess, so September, October, November, December, January. We're 5 months away right now, so we've got to be getting relatively close to when we're going to get that first trailer. The lead guy in the film, the guy playing Hellboy, Stranger Things, David Harbour, was recently interviewed and talked a little bit about Hellboy. And I just thought he said some really interesting things here about the character that I think, and the reason I like this story is because David Harbour touches on the things that I have always personally found fascinating about Hellboy. To me, it's never been his look. It's never been his power. It's never been all that kind of stuff. The thing that's always really appealed to me about Hellboy was the fact that this is a being who was by design meant to be a death machine, but he turns out wanting to be a good guy. Anyway, David Harbour made the following comments about Hellboy and the character in the new reboot, and I really like what he had to say. Let's read this at length. David Harbour said the following. He said, he's, talking about Hellboy, of course, a creature that was meant to bring about the end of the world, and he just sort of wants to be a good guy. He's got that complexity to him. He's also a monster who lives among human beings, so he's in a sense fighting for human beings against his fellow monsters, and yet the humans hate him because they fear him and they think he's weird looking and everything. Then he goes on to say, the filmmakers all watched Stranger Things and saw what I did there, which is similar. He has a heart that's really good with a lot of this crusted over stuff. What I'm dealing with in Hellboy is a lot different, bigger in a certain way. It's very Shakespearean. It's demons and witches and stuff like that, but it has a similar core to a dude who's trapped in horrible circumstances, who's just trying to be a good guy. Look, what I really love about David Harbour's comments here is not just the fact that he's highlighting those characteristics of Hellboy that I've always been fascinated and drawn to. The fact that he was by design, he was created to be this apocalyptic, like, engine. And yet he wants to be a good guy. But even more beyond that, what I truly love about Harbour's comments here is that it seems like he and the filmmakers are approaching this from a position of wanting to focus on the character. And I find, no matter what the type of movie is, whether it's comedy, whether it's a comic book movie, whether it's horror, whether it's thriller, whether it's drama, whether it's period piece, whatever it is, I generally find that when the filmmakers choose to focus on character, good things usually happen. I'm not saying the movies always end up being good, but they usually end up being better than they would have otherwise. Good things usually happen. I want to take a look one more time at the second part of David Harbour's statement here again. Look, they all watched Stranger Things. They saw what I did with my character in Stranger Things. He has a heart that's really good with a lot of this crusted over stuff. What I'm dealing with in Hellboy is a lot different, bigger in a certain way. It's very Shakespearean. It's demons and witches and stuff like that, but it has a similar core to a dude who's trapped in horrible circumstances, who's just trying to be a good guy. And therein lies a hook, a dramatic hook, that I think works really well, that I don't think enough movies try to take advantage of, that I don't think enough movies try to do. Focus on the hero. And if you really boil down a lot of great movies, it's a good person in a horrible circumstance. What do they do? And a lot of movies you can kind of boil down to that thing. And when you focus in on that and you focus in on the character, I usually find good things happen. Now, again, it's far too early to make any sort of judgments about whether this new Hellboy movie is going to be good or not. I mean, there's some really good people attached behind the camera, in front of the camera, all that kind of stuff, sure. But we still haven't even had a first trailer. But I will say that up till this point, including the people behind and in front of the camera, and now these words from David Harbour, I'm getting more excited about it. I'm getting more also anxious about it because I'm like, where's this trailer? Give us this trailer, but it should be out pretty soon. So that's just my thoughts. What are you guys thinking about this new Hellboy movie coming out? Where are your thoughts? Are you excited about it? Are you still pessimistic? Are you kind of taking a, I'll wait and see the trailer kind of attitude? Jump into the comment section below and let me know what you guys think about that.